From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. First down, Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. A first down throw from Mayfield. He's got his man on the crossing route. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
To throw, Mayfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Detroit!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. 53 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a second and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And an alley to run. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
A first down carry here for Johnson. There goes Duke Johnson. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Neal. Well, they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll look to throw here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Gone!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's complete to John Ross. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Gone!
Back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. In for the score. And the Bengals are in for 6. To try here for the extra point. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Gone!
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Mayfield on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 52 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. They'll run with Chubb. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
They might think about going for it here, but it's still just the second quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Back to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively, pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. And his kick is indeed good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This fielded at the 2. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield now. He's going to sling this deep down. This is caught inside the 15. Give him 30 yards there. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play, and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him playing very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that's going to tie us at 13. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A gain of 32 that time.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Here's Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On second down, Johnson.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Duke Johnson, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns have moved out in front.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Gone!
They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. They'll set up a throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They begin the drive with Johnson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
They go to Johnson again. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
Perfectly well-designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Mayfield from the gun on third down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first and 10, Mayfield. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. You decide to throw the football.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. William Jackson with a pick. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Out of his end zone, Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Detroit!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Mayfield. He shakes him off. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's first and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Mayfield now on second down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. The Browns on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. That'll go as a loss of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. Bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
Lucky 56.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ross. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 98 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this trip.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Jordan Evans in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Mayfield to throw it. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time. And what's going to... So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
His pass caught at the 4. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Watch it now, Marty.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year, and the Browns have cut it back within a score. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll start the drive with a give to Walton, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Martino Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Detroit! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 26-yard line.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now Walton. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to...
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Miles Garrett in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. That is caught at the 7. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the sneak, not what he was hoping for, and it's 3rd down. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On 3rd down. That's Horton. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And his throw here's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now a desperation throw. He's got a man. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Mayfield to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Mayfield. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Now Mayfield. His throw caught right around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Mayfield. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Gone! 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 Gone!
One last shot for Mayfield here. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be.
Track how G go too fast. I don't need wear no seatbelt. Bad look, got no upgrade. Now she got. How about the range on? Who is the baby? He going in. Man, these old rappers getting boring. They be taking shots, I ignore them. Send them to the hood while I'm touring. Making plays out of town like I'm Jordan. Need to go get your. Walk on my way, I'ma score it. Lamborghini, I don't want no Porsches. I'm on fire, don't touch me, I'm torching. Had the fish on my teeth, I went fortunate. Put the time on my back, I'm a horseman. One more year, I'ma make it a Forbes. They load me in the bay like he 40. I be sitting inside of the Moreland. Ain't no strings attached, keeping it cordless. She keep calling, but I keep ignoring it. Ain't no stopping, I'm keeping it for it. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Every time I gone, I get another.